Hello everybody. Today I wanted to make a video talking about my healthy habits, and I'm not gonna go rambling on for ages, so let's just jump straight into the video. So I'm gonna start off with a super easy one. Making your bed every single day. The reasoning for this is because I have no idea who this was from, but if you want to save the world, start by making your bed every single day. Why, you may ask? Well, it's because it's not really the whole act of making your bed that's the point. It's that you make a point to do something for yourself every single day, and you do a little task, and then you build on top of that task, and then you keep adding and adding, and you keep building these small little habits, which is gonna improve your life by like 1%. So that's the reasoning for making your bed. And also a really good reasoning to make your bed, especially if your entire place is messy. Just having that bed made is just gonna make your space feel a lot cleaner. And if you come home from a really shitty day and your bed is made, it will just make you instantly feel better because your bed is made. Number 2, working out. Now for me, working out is lifting 4 to 5 times a week. I recently made a video talking about my workout routine, so if you want to look at that video, you can click the little eye thing, or it'll be in the description down below, depending on what I figure out. But yeah. For me, I will always say any form of movement is always better than none. So if you don't like weightlifting, or you don't like going to the gym and you just want to go for a walk, do whatever makes you happy. But I will always say having some form of weightlifting is always better than none. My third thing is having a good relationship with food / eating healthy. Now, the whole thing about eating healthy, you do not have to follow the 80-20 rule. Just simply acknowledging that food is fuel and we need food to feel good and to be able to function. And of course, it's fine to have certain restrictions if you're trying to lose weight and you're doing it for a health reason. Like, we don't want to be over consuming calories, but we also don't want to be under consuming calories. I specifically remember when I first got into like the whole gym thing, I had a personal trainer and I actually kind of developed a bad relationship with food. It's gotten a lot better now again, but it definitely messed me up, so I will never encourage any form of calorie tracking unless you're really safe about it. I will never recommend it, but for some people it works out. I just don't think you should ever do that. If you just want to be healthy and have an active lifestyle, I really don't think counting calories is going to be beneficial for you. Now, something I recently started was, getting an ebook, and I started reading non-fiction and fiction books. When I first got into reading, I had a really hard time with fiction books, and I think the reasoning for that was because I had this theory that I could only read like really popular books like Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings and just like any classics. You do not have to do that. All of my favorite books come actually from Book Talk. I think they recommend a lot of cute books. I am personally a big fan of romance books. You can read whatever the fuck you want. You can really read all the classics if that's what you're into. I just really like books that doesn't really have a movie. If I've already watched the movie, it's really difficult for me to read the book version of it. So why should we be reading fiction books and non-fiction books? I will say non-fiction simply because we should always be learning, and you can definitely learn from YouTube videos or whatever, but I definitely think it has a better impact when you're reading it, because you have to be more focused when you're reading a book in comparison to a video. It kind of just goes in one ear and then out of the other ear. And the reasoning for fiction books is it just makes you actually learn stuff about yourself through reading fiction books, and it's really fun to read a character that you really relate to. It's just a really fun experience, and yes, you get that kind of same experience from movies and TV shows, of course, but books, you can just go so much more in depth with the character, and you also learn to be more empathetic in general. I don't know what it is. I feel like you just like understand that everybody has struggles, and you get to see everything from their perspective. Number 5, getting enough sleep. I fucking hate getting out of my sleeping routine. It's the absolute nightmare when I sleep over at people's places that are a night owl and they go to bed at like 2 a.m. and wake up at 10. There's nothing against that, but that's not my morning routine. I wake up at 6, I go to bed between 10 and 11. I love sleeping. It's just that thing. I'm a tired human. I feel old already. I just think having a good sleeping routine is so important, and I know it's really difficult to break. But getting enough sleep is so fucking important for you. And also, again, with the weightlifting, it supports muscle growth when you're sleeping. Your body's growing while you're sleeping, so why wouldn't you want to sleep more? And it's going to make you more effective in whatever thing you do in your life. And of course, everybody needs a different amount of sleep each night, so it's just figuring out what works for you. Number 6, having crystals. I will always be a huge believer in crystals. I think they do wonderful things for you. I don't think they replace any medical treatment whatsoever. I will never go against doctors' advice on anything. But if you seriously just want crystals, they just give off these amazing vibes. I'm not a crystal expert by any means, but I think crystals they just make you feel good, and you don't have to have a bunch, and you don't have to know a bunch of stuff about crystals. I don't believe there really is any beginner-friendly crystals or difficult crystals to learn. I mean, some are definitely easier, like rose quartz is a super easy crystal and anybody can really benefit from having it. You can literally just have rose quartz in your house and it'll give you those correct vibes if you give the crystal the vibes. Also, they're just so pretty. Like, why wouldn't you want this sitting in your house? And then number 7. This is similar to my 4th point about reading, but reading before bed. Oh my gosh, I love reading before bed. It's so nice. Just skip the TV shows. Especially, I don't get people who can watch like horror movies before bed. Like, I cannot sleep after that. Like, I need to calm the fuck down after that. So I read. I do recommend a Kindle for when you're going to sleep because, you know, you don't have to worry about having a nightlight. Yeah, it's just a nicer way to wind down. That's it, really. And now to my last point, number 8, not relying on motivation and relying on discipline. I mean, I guess this really isn't like a habit, it's just a system in itself. I understand that you start off with motivation and nothing's wrong with that. That's great, that's wonderful. This is why I started this YouTube channel, because of motivation. I got a boost of motivation. That's completely normal, that's completely fine. You know, you gotta start somewhere. But when you actually want to build this habit, you gotta build it. You gotta make a system out of it and not keep relying on motivation. Because if I relied on motivation on going to the gym, I would probably only go 2 times a week. Maybe once, because I couldn't be bothered to go. And the same with my YouTube channel. If I only did it when I was motivated to do it, I would upload twice a year. So I know this was quite a short video for today, but I really just wanted to share like a couple of my habits I do every single day, or at least try and do every single day. But yeah guys, that's gonna be it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you want to see more of me, go click that little subscribe button, and I'll see you all guys in the next video. Bye!